Hi, Internet. Let's try the Sunday New York Times crossword puzzle for the 31st of May, 2026. The constructors are Jeffrey Martinovic and Evan Park. Will Shorts is the editor of the New York Times puzzles, and I'm John Appleseed, your host here on the channel. The title of today's puzzle is Target Practice, which will be some kind of hint to the theme, most likely. And I see a little area of gray squares here, maybe looking like a cross on its side. We'll see what that has to do with target practice, which is the title of the puzzle. One across is Sacsayhuaman Fortress Builders. Sacsayhuaman. I'm not familiar with that name, language, ethnic group, whatever it is. One down, what a bummer. Don't know. Two down is Ala Enya. Enya is the Celtic songstress. Could it be Celtic? I think that might be right. Three down is key with three flats. I don't know enough about music theory to know that. Four down, studios and penthouses are apartments, abbreviated APTS. I think that works. Five down, blank me. So sue me, maybe? Sacsayhuaman. Could it be Incas or Mayas? Sounds kind of either North American or Mesoamerican. Celtic could be wrong. Maybe it's Irish instead. 17 across. Fermented vegan protein. Tempeh is some kind of vegan protein with an H, maybe? 22 across. Home of the legendary folk hero at 116 across. And target practice, is it William Tell? Is this an arrow, maybe? Well, William Tell doesn't fit with the letters we've got. Without, for 26 across, that's probably song, and 30 across in the past, yeah, it's going to be ago or something like that. So let's take out Celtic for Ala Enya. What a bummer. Let's try song, the French word for without. I'll also use in English. In the past, ago, maybe. 34 across, home run blank, an annual MLB event. The home run derby happens the night before the All-Star game. I always look forward to it. It's sad for what a bummer. Then we can try Incas for the Sacsayhuaman Fortress Builders. Tempeh, I think, is right. And Enya is a New Age Celtic singer. Yes, okay. C minor for the key with three flats. I'm going to guess that's right. As I said, I don't know enough about music theory to know that that is correct, but it does fit with the letters. And I think that is what the clue is asking. There is a key in music that has three flats in it. See me. A teacher might write on a test or something. Or says me. Okay, let's try Switzerland. Home of William Tell, I'm going to guess, is this the folk hero in question here. Says who? Says me. Spelled kind of folkily like that. Purifying filter acronym is HEPA. Let's just see if William Tell fits for 16 at 116 across. I think that's the William Tell Overture. Am I confusing it with another song? Six across, literary forerunner of Captain Hook. A literary forerunner is another pirate from children's literature or from literature, Long John Silver. I have a vague notion that he got the name J.M. Barrie, who wrote Peter Pan, got the name Captain Hook from Captain Cook, Captain James Cook, the real-life explorer, but I don't think he would be, he's not a literary figure, he's a real figure. I don't know. Knee parts for short, for 6 down, is probably ACL. ACL's the anterior cruciate ligament, which is a frequent injury in many sports and also a frequent crossword answer. 7 down, part of a track meet, could be a heat. Maybe Captain Ahab inspired Captain Hook. Yeah, with the white whale and the crocodile, maybe, is an obsession. 8 down, per blank, an accounting term, per annum, per year. Undeserved condemnation. Bad rap, maybe. Wrestler, actor John Cena for 19 across. I'm going to try bad rap for undeserved condemnation. Green spaces are pastures. 28 down, messes up, airs. 10 down, watercraft that leave rooster tails in their wakes. The spray of water going high up in the air I associate with jet skis or skidoos. I'm going to try jet skis there. 10 across, many an alpha beta in Revenge of the Nerds. Was that the fraternity that was the bad guys? The nerds, their enemy was the jocks in that film, so I'm going to think that's right. 20 across, coin with 12 stars around the border. It's probably the euro, marking the 12 member states of the European Union. 24 across, one involved with checks and balances. A banker or a teller. Are many of the themed answers going to have tell in them from William Tell? 11 down, blank home and native land. I think that's a line from Oh Canada, our home and native land. I could be messing that up. 12 down, absolutely womps in sports lingo. Crushes? No. Absolutely womps. 13 down, bear that's not a bear is probably a koala. Bear that is not a bear, it's a marsupial. A treasurer could be involved with checks and balances, maybe. That does fit with the letters we've got. Creams for absolutely womps in sports lingo. 29 across, hero of Arabian Tales. Let's try Aladdin for that, and the 40 Thieves. 21 down, eases. I'm not sure. 14 down, some red wines. No. 15 down, smallest quantity of digital data. Is it one something? Abandons as a project. None of those are clicking. Help wanted letters. I think it's unlike equal opportunity employer here, or equal employment opportunity. 21 across, align. No. 32 across, expertise demonstrated by William Tell in a fabled feat of precision. I think that's marksmanship. Is it not Aladdin? Is it Alibaba, maybe? Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Yeah. Is Aladdin in that story, or am I thinking of something else? I don't know. Singer makes sewing machines, so that is 25 down. Eases. Subsides. Like an ebbing tide easing. Syrahs with a Y, I think, is a kind of wine. Main ideas are gists. 1 bit for the smallest quantity of digital data. A line is to sink. And scraps for abandons a project. Help wanted letters are SOS. We're not looking for a job here. We're looking for a rescue. Fuel efficient Toyota for 39 across is a Prius. 36 across, DOJ agency. Lots of those would fit. Jasmine's tiger companion in Aladdin. So here's Aladdin, which I was thinking of before. What was the name of the tiger in Aladdin? I don't know that. Blank Mahal for 31 across is Taj Mahal. Is it Raja the tiger? 31 down, TV host Banks is Tyra Banks. 35 down, where Cary Grant orders a Gibson in a classic scene from North by Northwest. He is in a bar, in a hotel, I think, or on a train, or at Mount Rushmore. None of those fit. 41 across, athletic skill, mastered by William Tell. Archery. I'm going to try Raja for the name of the tiger. And 23 down, 36 across. So ATF maybe. 37 down, magnetic unit named for an inventor. Tesla dealt with magnets. 38 down, productive, or a punny description of the feat performed by 116 across. So he was famous for shooting an apple off the head of his son. Is it fruitful? for punny, and that it's fruitful because it has to do with a fruit, an apple. Okay. Let's try alcohol, tobacco, and firearms as the DOJ agency. We'll try Nikola Tesla as the inventor who has a magnetic unit named after him. Apt name for a lawyer for 48 across would be Sue. As of now, yet. And 53 across, like the Statue of Liberty at night. I think it's up lit from floodlights pointing up at the torch in the head of the statue. Diego Rivera project. He was a famous muralist. So he would make a mural. 52 across, NCAA hoops powerhouse. UConn doesn't fit, so let's keep going. 60 across, go-getters opposite. Don't know. 66 across, chirruping bird. Nope, 71 across, stuff in a puff. A puff of smoke, a puff of what? 66 down, lead into bones or bucks. Sawbones is slang for a doctor. Sawbucks is slang for a $5 bill, I think. I think it's also a word for sawhorses. 76 across, dampens. Wets, makes wet, makes damp. Gooey chocolate dessert for 46 down. Is that mousse? I don't think of mousse as gooey. 47 down, discover. And where Cary Grant ordered a Gibson. The bar car on the train, maybe? A lot of that took place on a train. Is this USC? Go-getters opposite. Nope. 66 across, that's the chirruping bird. And stuff in a puff. A puff of ash, do you say that? Puff of ash on earth for discover. And we'll change ONC to UNC. Gooey chocolate dessert. Puff of air. What is a chirping bird? A starling? I don't know the name of this dessert. I think it may be something new to me. Is this a weak something? 61 down, Dr. Blank. Nope. 42 down, many a liquor license applicant. Club owner might fit. 54 down, small flycatchers named for their call, not their size. I think there's a bird called a peewee. And it would make sense that it's a reference to size, but maybe that's also the call they make. A go-getter, and the opposite would be a... Don't know the name of this bird. 72 across. She-eep. A female sheep would be a ewe. I highly recommend The Sheep Detectives if you haven't seen it. I really enjoyed that movie. It was entertaining with bits of comedy, a bit of a deeper message to it, plus also a satisfying, cozy mystery. So a lot going on. But they blended it all together well, I thought. I'm going to try club owner for the liquor license applicant. A deadbeat would be a go-getter's opposite, and a mud pie for a chocolate dessert. Yeah, I do have in mind that there is a kind of dessert called a mud pie. We'll try sparrow for the chirping bird. 61 down was Dr. Dre. And small flycatchers, so we need to make this plural. We'll make it pewees with only one E before the W. Okay, that makes sense. 78 across, whoa blank, whoa Nelly is a phrase I've heard before. 68 down, sunbeam could be ray of golden sun. So put in ray there. Home to the Burj Khalifa in Bree for 73 across. That's the United Arab Emirates or UAE. 67 across, pat down is to frisk. as a cop might do to an arrested suspect. 62 down, compete. We'll try Vi for that. Bro-kin for 55 down is probably sis, brother and sister there. 62 across, through, via. 56 down, what William Tell did before and after this puzzle's feat. Oh, look, and in the gray squares, we've got bow crossing with arrow. It almost kind of looks like the arrow is being shot by the bow. So what did William do before and after? William Tell, what did he do before and after shooting the arrow? Did he take a bow or something? 55 across, Beetle, who sang Yellow Submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. So I think that's probably Ringo Starr. I wouldn't have been able to tell you that without knowing that it is a 5-letter word beginning with S. Sun Ra is a jazz band leader I've heard of for 33 down with an Egyptian-inspired name. And W9 figure for 44 across is your social security number. SSN, W9 is a tax form. 45 across, banned substance in sports lingo is a PED, a steroid, or is that performance-enhancing drug, I think is what that stands for. Laughed loudly for 49 across, roared with laughter. 57 across, sailors septet. What does a sailor have 7 of? The 7 C's, I guess. 59 down, popular beverage brand. I'm not sure. 58 down, dreadful. Afraid might be the answer there. 10th in Latin is decimal, or maybe another suffix there. The situation room error. Oh, well, that is CNN. I'm Wolf Blitzer from the situation room. What is this beverage brand? I don't know it. 69 across, city sobriquet that might describe the target for 16 across as depicted in this puzzle. Is it the Big Apple? The arrow is being shot in this direction towards 69 across. The Big Apple would make sense, except it doesn't fit. Is it another word for apple? I think afraid is probably wrong. Maybe, is it big? No, it still doesn't fit. Holds forth for 50 down, don't know. 45 down, board game with ancient origins. Might be Parcheesi. I don't know how to spell it. Drat in Dortmund, where they speak German. You might say ach to express dismay. 64 down, bad spelling. Spelling probably as used to mean what is done by a witch casting a spell. So a hex would be a bad spelling. Holds forth or orates. Does it begin with the? Oh, okay. So we're going to rebus the word apple into this highlighted square. That gives us Snapple for 59 down, and the Big Apple for 69 across. City sobriquet that might describe what William Tell is shooting at, as depicted by this bow and arrow over here in the gray squares. All right, 74 across, appointments that may lead to better contacts. Not sure. I think this probably take a bow. 75 down, oi. Holds forth, orates, like gives a speech. I'm pretty sure 45 down is Parcheesi. I just don't know how to spell it. 70 down, abandons a project. Slang that we already put scraps in with that same clue. Try decimal. I'm not quite sure of the suffix ending but decimal does mean 10th in Latin. Dreadful could be angsty. Maybe an appointment to get you better contacts would be an eye exam. Okay, that's clever. 81 across. Instinctive. Gut. Yeah, then maybe decimus for 10th. Your gut is your instinct bags it for abandons a project. Actress Spacek is Sissy Spacek from Coal Miner's Daughter. Bel blank cheese. Bel paese is a kind of cheese. Maybe the part cheesy with two S's? No, paese with an E here. Maybe this is an I for cheesy. Composer of an overture dedicated to 116 across. So the composer of the William Tell Overture, which was the theme for the Lone Ranger, Rossini, I think that might be right. 86 down, like most modern TV broadcasts in HD. Oi, yeesh, an exclamation of frustration. I'm gonna try. Oh, he took a bow to aim the arrow, and then he probably took a bow after he shot the arrow off his son's head. A $5 bill. Okay, we had sawbucks as one slang for a $5 bill. It's also known as an Abe from Abraham Lincoln. It's better than a bogey. Would be a par as a golf score. Okay, that's the top half of the puzzle down. And I think we've got the theme figured out. Religious dissent for 82 across is heresy. 87 across, negative logic gate in electrical engineering. Nor isn't a negative logic gate, neither nor. 88 across, Cartesian conclusion. And full of tall tales, lying. I'm not sure about the conclusion there. Okay, 93 across, gets lost. Nope, 93 down, snaky double curve. Could be an S curve or something. 94 down, really irritated. Nope, 95 down, main lines. Don't know. Forwarded, sent on, sent past. Team lineup is a roster for 83 down. Don't know about gets lost. Streaker in the night sky, or a punny description of William Tell. A streaker in the night sky would be a comet, a shooting star. He was a shooting star. He was good at shooting arrows. So I think that works there. Okay. 109 across, inspiration for many seasonal festivals. Not sure. 114 across, what may begin at the end. No, 118 across, orchard selection. Tree, you have to pick a tree for your orchard? I'm not sure. Masthead figures. Masthead is in a newspaper, for you youngins, newspapers used to have mastheads that would list the editors and publisher and owner and other prominent people who own the newspaper, who manage the newspaper. Snaky double curve, really irritated. Cheesed off, nope, main lines. Sent on to, maybe for forwarded, I'm not sure. 89 down, money back guarantee and limited time offer. Small print or something. Self-referential for 90 down. Came to a conclusion, ended. Meta for self-referential. Is Cartesianism something? Oh no, Cartesian is from Rene Descartes, Cartesian philosophy or Cartesian mathematics. And I think he said, cogito ergo sum, or I think, therefore I am. So I am is the conclusion of that little mini argument. I think, therefore I am. These are money back guarantee and limited time offer are something in an advertisement. Australian city named for a scientist, 97 down. That's probably Darwin. 105 down, Spider-Man director Sam is Sam Raimi, I believe. 111 down, tea time or airtime, for example. Not sure. 112 down, sorts, ilks, people of that ilk, people of that sort, that kind. 92 down, conductor Georg. Not sure. Dr. Blank, Doctor Who. Acid for 106 across, probably LSD, acid the drug here. I don't know Georg the composer. 107 down, Stitcher's line would be a seam. So 110 across, Oscar-winning 2019 film directed by Bong Joon-ho. I don't know. 111 down, Tea Time or Airtime. All's well with me for 120 across is probably I'm okay. And quibbles are nits, small arguments. Tea Time or Airtime, I guess, could be a slot in scheduling for a broadcast or a golf site. Parasite is a film I've heard of. Solti sounds plausible as a composer's name. Ad speak for what those phrases are from an advertisement. What may begin at the end? 119 across is lot calculation. You would calculate the area of a lot. Timid for 123 across, probably meek and mild. 115 down, toll is a fee you have to pay. Full and entire, the entire thing, the whole thing, the full thing. The afterlife, I guess, would begin at the end of the life. 5 pillars religion is Islam. 5 pillars is an important concept in Islam. Inspiration for many seasonal festivals, a harvest. There are lots of harvest festivals in various cultures. Forwarded, sent over. Okay, I was trying to think of a preposition that would end that phrase. Gets lost. Nope. Snaky double curve. Some kind of shape. Really irritated, chafed. Main lines are aortas, as in your blood vessel. You might select a pear in an orchard and gets lost to leave quickly to scat, and an S shape is a double curve. All right. What is 99 across? Start of an encrypted URL. They would begin at HTTPS / 108 across, unprocessed as data. Let's try raw for that. Try and get one more song before we finish. 113 across, smoke, perhaps. Nope. Human, a mortal. Foolish mortal might be a human being. Ruses. Bucket list item. You might need a mop to go with your bucket. Corner key, a key in the corner of your keyboard is probably Control. Closely following, it's true to the original. Gambler's combo bet is a parlay. I don't think we're going to get a song. So you could have a curl of smoke, or you could smoke meat to cure it. Wave sought by surfers. Trying to think of a Beach Boys song. Everybody's surfing now, everybody's learning now, come on, so far with me. Yeah, okay, that's the best I can do. Ruses are ploys, swells are waves sought by the surfers, and I think S will finish the puzzle. And we got one blank here. It's the Big Apple, so I'm not going to, if you're curious how to do this, if you highlight the square you want to input multiple characters into, you highlight it, you press this rebus button, and it should let you enter things in. However, that will mess up my screen, or at least it always has in the past. The software will let you put in the first letter, and it will work. So I just typed a single letter A, and it did fill in a little animation of an apple and an arrow shooting from this bow and arrow over here and traveling and piercing the apple on the right side of the puzzle. That is clever. I could not think of this beverage brand. I wasn't thinking we would have to use a rebus, and then it wasn't until I thought about the Big Apple and Snapple kind of completing this blank in the puzzle that I wasn't able to get in. All right, there we go. That was a good puzzle. I like that theme. Home of the legendary folk hero. William Tell came to me straight away, just as a folk hero who we know where he comes from, and it's kind of a longish country name, and that's really all I got. Maybe it was kind of suggested by maybe this might look a little bit like an arrow somehow. Yeah, but I got William Tell in Switzerland pretty early on, and so all the themed answers were pretty easy. I had to think a little bit about who the composer was. I think Rossini. I wasn't quite sure about it, but it seemed to fit with everything else we have and turned out to be correct. Did we have a lot of crossword E's in here? I don't think so. Tempa, I've seen a couple times, but not very often. I wouldn't call it crossword E's. SSN shows up quite a bit. PED is, I haven't seen that in a while. I don't think I've ever seen it before, but it's probably been used. Bel Paese cheese, I've seen a couple times. Abe is a synonym for a $5 bill. I've seen a couple times. LSD seems to show up quite a bit. And but other than that, not too much. I really enjoyed this puzzle. I'm pretty easy to please, but I did think this was good. I liked the theme. All the themed answers worked well together. Nothing kind of was off or forced, I felt. So let me know what you thought of this one and how you did on the puzzle. And please come back to my channel for more puzzles and games, and I'll see you next time.